Welcome to Lecture 7, Intermittent Movement. Walking off the damage of sitting. What's concerning? Studies show that risk correlations hold true no matter how much you exercise. This was demonstrated in a study in which 6 hours of uninterrupted sitting was found to counteract the positive health benefits of a whole hour of exercise. So chronic sitting is an independent risk factor for poor health and early death. So the answer is to limit sitting as much as possible. Indeed, it's clear that intermittent movement is critical for health and longevity, perhaps even more so than a regular workout routine. So you don't want to sit. What can you have? Standing desks, chair yoga, getting up and walking around. Here are 4 minutes of the brilliant YouTube video Yoga for Seniors by Michelle Rubin.
Hey there, Michelle Rubin here. We're going to do a series that I call Thoracic Park Series. It's designed to open up your neck, shoulders, and the middle of your back behind your rib cage. You can do this in a standing position, any seated position you like, or alternatively, as I'm showing it, for all you office workers, okay? You can sit in a chair. Ideally, you want to have your ankles directly below your knees directly in line with your hips, and you want to think about pushing your feet down into the floor for maximum benefits. Then taking your belly and feel like you're sucking your gut back as if you're going to get your picture taken and you didn't want your belly protruding. Trying to keep the feet pressing down and the stomach continually pulling in. We're going to take our fingers up to our shoulders and we're going to gently squeeze our shoulders as if we were checking to see if they were ripe oranges. Just a little gentle pressure. And then reaching the elbows as far away from you as you can. Let's start to make slow, controlled circles. Really looking for maximum rotation here. Big as you can get them. Keep pulling the belly in, keep pushing your feet into the floor. And number one, most important ingredient is deep breathing. Always remembering to listen to your body. If at any point you feel fatigued or tired, you just take a little break. You don't want to push too far. Slow, controlled circles are best. And throughout this series, really paying attention to which of the poses are most challenging for you. Good information of where your body might need a little extra work. Let's change directions with those elbow circles, going backwards. Keep on breathing. The best way I know to open up the middle of your back, your thoracic spine, is through the elbows and the back of the skull. So making sure you're gently pushing your head back, trying to keep your ears over your shoulders as much as possible. Keep on breathing. And stopping with the elbow circles, let's have our elbows out level with the shoulders. Feel like you're pulling the elbows away from the armpits and gently squeezing the shoulders. With an exhalation, let's draw the elbows to one another and let's inhale to bring the elbows apart. Exhale, elbows to one another. Inhale, elbows apart. The idea here is to keep the torso from moving. There's a tendency that we want to arch the back and concave the back, but it's better to keep the back still, the torso still, so you can really get that stretch into the shoulders. Keep on breathing. Belly continues to pull in. Feet continue to push down. A lot harder than it looks, isn't it? Stopping with the elbows out, let's exhale to bring the elbows down. Inhale to bring the elbows up. Exhale down, inhale up. Always using the breath in your practice as a bridge between the body and the mind. 100% of body healing requires oxygen. 100% of body functioning requires oxygen. So it only makes sense that the more oxygen you bring into your practice, the better your body's going to heal, the better your body's going to feel.
What you could do is also take a 5-minute walk for every hour you spend in your chair can reduce the heart disease risks associated with chronic sitting. There's an experiment. 11 healthy men aged 20 to 35 had their femoral artery function evaluated in 2 randomized trials. In the first trial, they sat for 3 hours, they didn't move their legs. In the second, they sat for 3 hours but walked on a treadmill for 5 minutes once every hour at a mellow pace of 2 miles per hour. What happened? During the 3-hour period, the flow-mediated dilation, or the expansion of the arteries as a result of increased blood flow of the main artery in the legs, was impaired by 50% after 1 hour. The study participants who walked for 5 minutes each hour of sitting saw their arterial function stay the same. It didn't drop throughout the 3-hour period. American adults sit for about 8 hours a day. The impairment in endothelial function is significant after just 1 hour of sitting. Light physical activity prevents this impairment. Look at this link going across the screen. Look at the exercises that you can do. As part of the Holman protocol, as you'll see at the end, I actively record how many hours a day I spend sitting, and I try to reduce it as much as possible. So what do? Well, stability bowl. I'm showing you pictures that are the room where I do most of my work. You see a stability ball, you see hand strengtheners, wrist strengtheners, you see a rowing machine. On the ceiling of the room where I study, where I plan, where I work, are pictures, exercises that can be done either lying on your back on the carpet, bring your knee to your chest, or doing some sort of curl or plank, or stability ball exercises. You could, in fact, do 1 minute of exercise. The important thing is break up your sitting with intermittent movement. Every book will tell you that.